everyone. Welcome to the Leader's Edge, your path to personal leadership growth. I'm your host, Steele, alongside my co-host and partner in leadership, Ernie Dacumos. As certified speakers, coaches, and corporate facilitators, we're dedicated to bringing you powerful principles to fuel your leadership journey and personal growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur just starting out, or a new leader taking the reins, or a seasoned pro looking to refine your skills, this show is for you. We'll be diving deep into personal growth strategies to help you strengthen your mindset and leadership abilities. But before we jump in, I want to say a huge shout out to all of our amazing listeners. Thank you so much for joining us each and every week. We wouldn't be here without your incredible support. So let's get down to business and help you unlock your full potential. Hey, Ernalita partner, how are you doing today? This is a new day. How are you?
This is a new day, partner. Did I ever say that I love what we do?
Oh, I do too.
This is wonderful. I love what we do. We get to highlight people's stories and share it and then impact other people with it. So I feel blessed, fulfilled, happy, rewarded. How do you feel, partner?
Oh, absolutely. And partner, the people that we have on this week are the same couple that we had last week. And I want to tell you the powerful story that they have, the love story they have is just freaking amazing. And we're going to hear a little bit from Chris this week, more than we did a little bit last week, because that was pretty much Sarah's story last week. And if you didn't catch Sarah's story, go back to last week and listen in and catch her story, because it is freaking amazing. You're not going to believe what this woman, you talk about determination, you talk about resilience, you talk about just the power of really wanting to go on and keep pushing forward. This woman has it. This woman has it. So
definitely.
Anyway, partner.
So yes, as you mentioned, partner, we have our guest from last week, the couple, the amazing power duo, Sarah and Chris Hindman.
Hi.
There they are. Hi, guys. Week two. We're going to continue this. We're going to continue this beautiful, beautiful love story. And Sarah, we heard so much about what you had gone through in your life as a teenager, having leukemia, and then struggling with that for a couple of years and really battling with that. And then you were told that you had a heart issue, and that it ended up being a heart transplant. Then you had a baby, a premature baby. I mean, there's just one thing after another. I don't know how, woman, you kept going. I mean, I don't know how. And I want to say it again, listeners, if you need to go back, listen to last week's episode. Just incredible what she went through. And so, but this week, we're going to kind of tune in on Chris a little bit. And
highlight Chris.
Highlight Chris and get a little bit of his story, maybe prior to Sarah, and then bring us kind of up to date when you met Sarah, and then how God's worked in your life as well.
Well, so I kind of knew her through church. I didn't really we were kind of acquaintances. We never really talked that much. And the pastor, after she was going through all she was going through, the pastor asked my brothers and I to go out to her house to winterize for her. And so I went out there and we got all her stuff ready. And she had the two little kids three, the 16-year-old and then the two little kids. And we're out there, and then we just hit it off. Like, we loved the same kind of music. We nonstop talked and just hit it off. And then just the way I felt about her, I'm like, I can't be feeling this way about somebody, that. And I know she was going through this. I didn't know the details of what she was going through, but I knew she was going through some rough stuff. But God just kept putting on my heart that she's the one, and I just kept walking towards it. I just got back. I went on to a mission trip. I was around 33, and I went to Haiti. And I remember talking to God on that trip that I'm not getting married again. This is going to be my life. I'm going to travel. I'm going to preach the gospel. I'm going to see people healed. and then God threw a monkey wrench in the whole operation. And so,
Sounds about.
so and then I met her and started talking to her, fell in love with her. And then our first year of marriage, like last week's episode, we talked about her passing out, and she passed out, and then she went on to the transplant list after that. And so the journey started the first year we got married.
Wow.
She warned me. She's like, I'm a big package, and me being the alpha male I usually am, I'm like, I got this, not realizing that I would learn so much and be changed so much to a different person than I was when I met her. I'm not even the same.
Wait. We're taking this lightly. She said, well, I am a completely different package, but it's more than that. Actually, I think Sarah kind of warned you drastically and asked you multiple times. Can you share that story with us? I know it was something that we shared during the content build. Go ahead, and Sarah.
So every year I have an annual checkup on my heart. And a month before we got married, we dated for a few years before.
Oh, okay.
We waited till I had to heal up, and we had to be sure, all that stuff, and just wait for the right timing. And so it was a couple years, and the Lord showed us to go ahead and get married. And a month before our wedding date, but mind you, we were like 6 weeks. Okay, we're getting married in 6 weeks. Like, we're like, okay, we're ready. And I went in for my checkup, and one of my arteries was like 80% blocked. So they had to put a stent in it. And the doctor's having this conversation with Chris, and as I'm in recovery and everything. And so after that, I was like, and that was my third stent or second?
Second stent.
Yeah, second stent. And after that, I was like, look, I'm a really big package, like it wasn't, mind you, the fact that I was a very public person in the church of 25 years serving there, 20 years. And then having 3 children, that was a big package. There was a lot that went along with that. And then just as a woman, I'm a lot. And then, and then with health.
She's worth it though.
I was like, I don't know where this is going, because of the stent. And because they had already talked to me before that about like, look, you could need another transplant, and everything had kind of calmed down until that checkup. And it was, and he was like, oh, no, I got it, I got this. And so we got married in October, and it was in May when I passed out. And it was terrifying for Chris, and very scary. And I don't think anything could have prepared him for that. And
Chris, let me ask you this question. What is it that makes Sarah worth fighting for?
She's a very special person. Like she cares about people, and I see it in her. She's good on the inside and out. Like I see she'll go out of the way to help people. And I'm in love with that. I'm in love with that about her. And the crazy thing was, she didn't even show me her full self until after we got married.
Right.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yes.
So when she opened up, and I'm like, why are you being so nice? And she's like, we're married now. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And so I knew it was worth it right there, just that moment. But yeah, everything about her is amazing to me. And I love everything about her. And to be married 14 years and be madly in love with her and still find her extremely sexy is amazing. And it's true what God told me, that a love like this only comes once in a lifetime. It's worth fighting.
That is beautiful. Chris, was there ever that moment when whatever fear or whatever set in, and you thought to yourself, what did I get myself into?
That was the night plant, actually.
Tell us about that.
So I felt like a rat. Huh?
Tell them how we were here and then.
So we were here.
They are husband and wife. We can tell.
So just to so we were here. They had allowed me. I'd been away for a few months, and they allowed me to come home and wait for the call. I was home for a week, and we got the call, and go ahead.
So we're getting ready, and she gets the call, and she didn't want to answer it first. I'm like, answer the call, and she answers it, and they have a heart for her. And so we're getting ready. We're putting all our stuff together, throwing stuff in a suitcase. And as we're doing that, her defibrillator goes off, and she's all and gets electrocuted.
No way.
So I was
Electrocuted.
failing, like right then. My heart.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
No, and then
And we're in Idaho.
Oh,
Not in California. Yes.
you're right. We have to get all the way to LA. So her friend Judy went to
Oh
go
my gosh.
lay hands on and start praying for her. And Sarah's like, stay away. And then it went off again. And she's all,
It's funny now that we're talking about it.
yeah, you had to be freaking out in your mind. You had to be going crazy, not knowing what was going on here.
I was. And and then we got on the plane. We got there, and I think we had to wait one night there. And I just remember being in the room after she went back and just feeling my sister-in-law actually came down and stayed with me because my sister was sick. And so she was there with me, and she stayed with me through the whole thing. But I remember I was out in the parking garage, and I remember dreaming.
All right, brother.
Just every time my alarm would go off on my phone, that something bad was happening.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, but yeah, that was probably just that experience, and waiting for her to get out was probably the roughest time I've had.
Wow.
How long did that take?
Between 6 to 8 hours, and then I would hear the helicopter come in, and then they would call me, and they would call me and just let me know how things were going. But yeah, I mean, just the whole experience of feeling like you're trapped, and then, but just seeing what God did to bring us out of it was awesome.
Yeah. That comes to my question. Where is Sarah's health now?
I'm good. I'm good. Heart is working well. I'm 7.5 years out with this heart, and we've had a couple hiccups with it, but it's done really well. We went through some rejection and all of that, but I do want to share this point. So when they let Chris come in and see me after transplant, and then he was going to go home, he wouldn't go home until they woke me up. And I just had a transplant, and they're like, she's not going to wake up. She's under general anesthesia, all this
I'm like,
stuff.
I had to see her.
And he's like, nope, wake her up.
Really?
He made them wake
You made the doctors wake her up?
Well, I mean,
remember it, and I just remember like going, I mean, I don't remember what you saw, but I remember thinking like,
you smiled.
Like, I just kind of like half smiled, like, I'm here.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Is that all you needed then?
That was all you needed. That's awesome.
And I felt like really strong when I got that heart. It was just like I could just feel the strength.
You could feel it beating sitting next to you. It was so strong. But yeah.
Wow.
It was definitely you can tell,
And
yeah. But I'm 7.5 years out. We went through rejection about 6 months after. And it was really, we had just kind of gotten, we're 6 months out, we're back home, we're flying back every month or so for checkups. And he started kind of falling apart, like emotionally, and just kind of really struggling. And we went in for my checkup, and we asked, was that normal? And they said, it is. And I was like, what do we do? And they said, well, normally after you go through a storm, you come out, and the whole time you're like
holding on,
fighting, getting through it. And then as soon as it down, then it actually hits you of what you just went through. And then we were hit with rejection, and I went into rejection.
What did our son say?
What did Ben say?
So Ben, we were all sitting in the car, and she got the call from the transplant team that she was in rejection.
He goes, my mom was crying, my dad started crying, my sister started crying, I started crying, the car was crying.
The car was crying. Yep.
Yeah, because we had brought the kids down there, and like, we're gonna have a vacation.
We made it, just for the checkup, to make a vacation out of it.
This is crazy. So it's, I'm envisioning this. Okay, so one victory, setback, victory, setback, victory, setback, victory, setback. What kept you going?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to say the Lord is what.
Yeah. But what is that? I mean, people are going to ask me this question. What does you mean, the Lord? I mean, okay. I mean, I think I get it, but there may be some people out there that don't get it, Chris. What does that mean?
I think, like Sarah was saying, the Lord is that very help in time of trouble. And even when you're going through something, you don't even know to cry out. But God is the one comforting you and taking and it's not until you walk through it and you see it's like the footprints in the sand.
Yeah.
You turn around and look at what God brought you through, and that there's only one because he carried you. That's when you realize it was the Lord. That's when you realize that he's the one that gave you the strength, which it gives you more fire, in turn gives you more strength to keep going, because you know that you're going to make it through. You know, no matter what challenges come your way, you're going to walk through it, and you're going to walk with victory, even if it's a setback. A setback is only a setup for what God's doing.
I love that. Sarah, I wanted to share this on the show. You have mentioned not once, not twice, but I believe 3 times, you have mentioned that Chris is a great leader.
He's an incredible leader.
Yes. Can you please expand on that? Because this obviously the show is about the leader's edge is personal growth and leadership growth. And this is your personal growth together, but you keep mentioning Chris is a great leader. What does that mean?
Chris is not about himself. He's like, you always hear that, but he has a very strong security that he knows he is called to greatness, which some people take as maybe some arrogance, but he knows who God's called him to be. He knows the wealth that God's going to bring. He knows that, and he just keeps walking towards that. But he's like brings the whole group. He brings our whole family. He serves everyone around us. He's not like he gets up and does it when he doesn't want to. He does that, and he does it out of love for us. And the Bible says to follow after love, and I think he keeps seeing how much God loves him, and it empowers him more, and so he just keeps going further. And when it's like, when you learn you don't have to be poor all the time, you want other people to know that. When you learn that God's the healer, you want other people to know that. When you live a good life, you want other people to know that. And that is all Chris is about. Like, he's drops what he does, and just he's always doing something for somebody in the middle of everything. And it's good. Really good. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Mm. Oh, this is exactly Chris's highlight moment. We will have to take a quick break. Chris just shared his background before and then after Sarah and their journey together on that last transplant. When we return, we will dive deeper into the power of unity, relationship, and obviously marriage. We will be right back to the Leader's Edge.
Do you want to grow a team of transformational leaders who can take your organization to the next level? Do you want to attract, retain, and develop top talent? Do you want to leverage generational insights and improve your employees' communication, interpersonal, and productivity skills? If your answer is yes to any or all of these, you are in the right place. Steve Steele and Ernie Dacumos, hosts of The Leader's Edge, are seasoned coaches and facilitators with Maxwell Leadership Team. They will leverage leadership content, tools, and resources to help turn your leaders into transformational leaders with influence and impact, so everyone wins. This highly effective program not only provides the knowledge and skills necessary to lead, coach, and communicate more effectively, but Steve and Ernie have resources available to impact others throughout your organization so that everyone can be led well. So contact us at pathtoleadersedge@gmail.com and let Steve and Ernie help grow your organization by creating an influence in which others want to engage.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Leader's Edge. I'm Steve Steele with my co-host Ernie Dacumos and our special guest Sarah and Chris Hindman. Wow, what a first segment, Chris and Sarah. That was beautiful, and I got to hear a little bit about Chris's journey with Sarah and how you guys came together. Let's talk a little bit about leadership. Chris, Sarah told you were a great leader, and you felt that God's hand on you in leadership was very powerful. And Sarah, you said that what Chris, as a great leader, what that meant to you and how he knew he was called by God to do that. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into some of these things this segment. So tell us a little bit, Chris, why you continually to choose the hard things and help people. What is it that does that for you?
I personally believe that there's people out there waiting for us to step in our destiny, that are waiting for us to do what God has called us to do, that are waiting for us to rise up so we can speak the word that God has given us to speak to them, or action that God has given us to take for them to see. I believe that with all my heart, that if I just keep pushing through, if I keep just pushing forward, I'm going to be in the right place at the right time to help that right person that would have never heard the gospel, that would have never heard how much they're loved by God, because I did what I was supposed to do and push through when I didn't feel like it, when I didn't want to. And so that's the reason why I get up and go running every morning when I don't feel like it in the cold. And that's the reason why I get up and make her coffee every morning, just because I know it's impacting more than just my family, but the future of the people that God's put in it. That's what I believe.
Ooh, I love that you said that. That's exactly what's on my mind. So the coffee in the morning, yes, and the dishes too, I believe. So last week when we were doing our content build, you were doing something with your daughter. Now you gave us the tools, right? So do the things that you see will benefit, regardless if you want to do it. And last week was a complete application of that tool. So can you share what you were doing with your daughter last week, please?
Well, which was pretty amazing. So she's been determined to get an elk this year and wanted to go hunting with me. So we went out a few times, and it was the last day of elk season. And no. Well, that would be you.
Okay, well, he'll tell you the grand finale. So we every day Chris gets up, and he was leaving early to take her hunting, and it was their last day.
Yeah.
And so he's getting ready, the alarm's going off late, and they're trying to get out, before the sun gets up, all that. And every day, Chris unloads the dishwasher and makes me coffee with a love note, which is amazing. And so I got up with him. They're getting ready to head out the door, and he's running late. And it was our anniversary morning. That's what it was, because he's hunting on our anniversary. And so
she told me to.
Yeah, I told him we could.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
Yeah.
No worries. No worries.
But as he's trying to get out the door, and I could see him looking at the dishwasher like, oh God. And he didn't want to do the dishes. And I said, we've made it 14 years, and you're not going to start that today if you want to go another day longer. So he emptied the dishwasher, got it all ready. But tell him what the result of that was.
So that night we're talking about the hunt now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I want to share about. So it was pretty amazing. So we got up early, and we went to this spot where there was people everywhere, and I was like, okay, so we didn't want to hunt that spot. And it was funny because this field that you can't hunt, all these elk are sitting down there. They know that. And so everyone's up there. They scared them all down. So we just left, and we went to a different spot, and we're hiking up there, and we come over this ridge, and we're both looking at these, it looks like a log sitting there with these fake sticks sticking out of it. I'm like, did somebody set that up to trick us? And then it moved and looked at us and realized it was two bull elk standing there looking at us. And I'm glad my season was over, and I'm glad because I probably would have missed because I was shaking so bad. And I tell her, and she's seen them at the same time. And so she puts the gun on my shoulder and takes her time and shoots. And we walk over there, and she sees that she hit it and that she got it. She fell to her knees crying and thanking God that he provided that elk for us.
Wow.
That is amazing.
That's beautiful.
And then what did you have to do until 3:00 in the morning?
We packed that thing down. And so it was 11:20 at night, and everyone else had left, and we were the only two left. And what we had left up there was the whole rib cage. And I cried, or she was crying on the way up. She goes, can't we just go home? I go, no, we got to push through. This is where it counts, where most people give up. And we just kept pushing through. And we get to the top, and then I load up this big old giant rib cage, which weighs like 200 pounds. And now I'm on the way down, and now she's encouraging me. Come on, one more corner. So we finally we make it and get done. And this is what made it worth it, is she looks at me and she goes, thank you, Dad. And she gave me a hug. And I'm like,
wow.
But that's the things that keeps me pushing forward.
Wow.
I love that.
That is beautiful.
I love that you said she's crying, then I started crying, and then she's the one encouraging you eventually too. Just both of you encouraging each other.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing.
That was.
Yes.
That is amazing.
It was
That's absolutely beautiful. Two of you guys together, pushing through, making it all worth it. That is just so really cool. Wow.
And now our freezer and fridge is full of food. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. That's even better, right? That is great. That is great. Chris, how is your relationship with your other kids?
My son, really good. Faith and I, the oldest, we've always been pretty close. She calls me DC, which stands for Daddy Chris. Like the superhero shirts, like say DC on it.
Yes.
Like that. And so we're pretty close. And then my son and I are really close as well. Like sometimes I'll do construction jobs on the side, and he'll come with me, and he's a math genius. So instead of me trying to figure out the fractions, I just ask him and he'll figure it out and tell me the number. I'm like, oh, this is nice. So I end up paying more because he's smarter than most guys I hire. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, we have some pretty neat kids.
Amazing.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your grandchildren.
Well, there's Skylar, which he's kind of like Ben. They're little brainiacs or nerds. And then there's Eloise, which she's a little sweetheart. She's like her grandma, all wrapped up in a little bundle. But
there's more of me.
And then there's Bennett, our youngest, which he's like me. He's all boy. He wants to push dump trucks. He wants to drill stuff. He wants to do it all, and it's just neat. Just want to build stuff, want to do all that stuff. He don't want anything to do with computers. He just wants a tool that he can work with, which is. But yeah.
I love that. So what I'm hearing is being a leader, because you are showing leadership, right? Never giving up, believing, learning other your team, which is your kids, learning their strengths and utilizing them, and also nourishing your grandkids. There's one that I would like clarification on. So it says you also have to be quick to apologize, and I think I'm talking about marriage here. Can we expand on that, please?
Sometimes it's just hard to apologize when you've done something wrong for the wife or the husband. And Chris is usually one of the first, and I appreciate that. And he might, there's always that reluctance when we mess up. We have a hard time, and he's usually the first one to be like, hey, sorry, or whatever. Or he'll phrase it to take all the pressure off. And I appreciate that a lot.
Usually right. That's why. I'll argue, but I know I'm wrong. I'm like, I'll skip up. I'm done.
Yeah.
As the daughter of Mr. Steve's adopted daughter of Mr. Steve Steele, yes, he is. Yes, that's true. In our father-dad relationship. And actually that applies to leadership too, because sometimes we have to recognize that we made a mistake and own up to it. That's where we will gain more respect, which is in your marriage, right?
I do that a lot with my kids, where I've had to apologize because I've messed up or lost my team, and I just want to show them. And I believe love leads all things, and so if it's being led by love, no matter what it is in relationships and conversations, that's how you know it's from God, if it's led by love. And so that's what leader.
I do want to add this. Chris has, on his own, when he's struggling, has sought counseling and therapy. And you don't see men doing that. You don't hear about it. It seems even in the Christian community, sometimes there's like a pride in, I'm not going to go talk to someone about it. He did. And it's been really helpful. And he doesn't like do it on a regular basis, but if he has something, he'll just go and work it out, and then he's good, and I think that's amazing. I have not known men to do that. And the fact that
I don't know. I believe I had something I was going to say, but
sorry.
No, it was off of what you were saying. But after the transplant, I went into depression, and I've always been the type of person who can encourage myself out of something, no matter what kind of mood I'm in. I know how to fire myself back up. And after the transplant, I could not do it. I was like, I had a different look at people who struggle with depression or anxiety, and I'm like, oh, this is a real thing. Like, people struggle with stuff, and I had never happened. And so after going through that and seeing that, and then I realized that I needed somebody to talk to. And so once I was able to get my mind back, and I was able to get out of it, but people that go through that, I realized it was because I'd hear somebody going through depression or didn't want to go outside, or I'm like, just get over it and go for a run. But it's a real challenge. And sometimes you need someone to talk to, if you know what I mean, just to get that, get those thoughts under control. And so I believe we got to keep our thoughts captive so we can think on good things, think on things that are worthy. And
absolutely. I agree with that. And, I think, Sarah, you're right, too. Often men don't really want to really go into any kind of counseling or therapy or anything of any kind, because we're brought up to be men, work out our problems, work out your own problems and be strong, and that's what we're taught to be when we're young as programmers, from our programmers, our parents, and that's who we're supposed to be. And it's so not true. We as men need other men. We need other men. We need to be able to talk those things out and need to be able to work through those things. So I give you so much credit for that, Chris. And I would recommend any man who's struggling, that needs to sit down and talk it out, get with somebody, get with another brother.
Yeah.
Talk it out. We need each other. We really do need each other. That's beautiful that you did that. That's amazing.
Oh, I wanted to actually highlight that. So with that being said, men asking for help, men crying, because I am privy to actually know someone who is not shy to cry when emotions hit. That's Mr. Steele right there, and I respect that dearly. So knowing that, Sarah, what is that impact for you, seeing Chris willing to ask for help or cry?
It honestly, I feel like it opens us up more, like that we're willing to be vulnerable with each other and with what is really going on. And we really are good friends. And so we're there for each other when we're struggling, and we've struggled, we've had some really hard things that we've dealt with.
Yeah.
And we want it to make us, not break us. There's no reason we should be broken. Christ was broken for us. And so we don't. And so I respect it more. I appreciate it more. I don't feel like I have to hide stuff, and I think it helps kids to see it,
Absolutely.
We love hard and we fight hard, we're, out and we're just and then it's okay, we know we're not enemies. And I don't know if it was because we're older or being married again, you realize you can't stress out about everything, and you got to find the laughter and stuff. You got to find the funny, you got to, you got to sit at the airport and make fun of people if you need to, just so you can cope with the fact that you're traveling, for these crazy things, or,
exactly.
Whatever. But you got to find that good, clean fun and humor and life. We're not promised an easy life, but we're promised that we're overcomers. We're promised that we'll be more than conquerors. And so
I love that.
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly, there might be something wrong with me, because I'd rather hang out with my wife than watch football. So I don't know if that's
that's awesome.
Well, you're just there's nothing wrong with you. I think you're just unique.
I go with some men, it's been good. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That is leadership and, being a husband at its finest. We will need to take a quick break. Gosh, we just dove into leadership and attached relationship and marriage into it. When we come back, I would like to dive into what you both are doing now, which is working with Primerica. We will be right back to the Leader's Edge.
Are you ready to elevate your organization with a team of transformational leaders? Do you want to attract and nurture top talent while enhancing communication and productivity across generations? Hi, I'm Steele, co-host of The Leader's Edge, and your coach with the Maxwell Leadership Team. My program equips leaders with essential skills and resources to lead, coach, and communicate effectively, ensuring everyone thrives. With tailored insights and proven strategies, I'm here to help your entire organization succeed. So reach out today at growthinleadership@gmail.com or visit johncmaxwellgroup.com/Steve Steele.
Do you ever find yourself battle with self-doubt? Or struggle with trusting in yourself? Or wishing that you have more self-confidence to go after what you truly want? My name is Ernie Dacumos, and I know what it feels like to shrink, second guess, and silence yourself. But I also know that you don't have to stay there. You have the power within you to rise, own your story, and step into the confident version of yourself. Through Confidently You LLC, I help women just like you break free from self-doubt and build the courage to thrive in both life and leadership. Together, we will uncover strategies, tools, and mindset shifts to transform the way you see yourself. And if you're ready to stop shrinking and start shining, I would love to help you. Visit me today at confidentlyu.club, because I am a firm believer that confidence isn't just for some people, it is for you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to The Leader's Edge. I'm Steve Steele, my co-host Ernie Dacumos, and our special guest today, Sarah and Chris Hindman. Wow, guys. Powerful segments. I just love your story from last week to this week. But we're going to dive into a little bit about what we're doing with Primerica right now. So who wants to take it away, Chris or Sarah?
You want to take it away?
This is you.
So the neat thing about this whole company, how I got into it, is my little brother passed away a couple of years ago and didn't have any life insurance. And so ended up leaving his wife and two little girls with nothing. They lost their dog because the place they were going couldn't have dogs. And so not only did they lose my brother, but lost their home, their cars, their dog. And that's why I got into Primerica, so I could be able to if I could help one family not have to go through that and have life insurance, it's worth it to me. And so I got into the business with that in mind, but then I realized the business offers way more than that, where we're actually helping families from the ground up, building a financial house, protect their income, to help them get out of debt, to become financially free, which, people say that the ordinary people can't become financially free, which is not true. They can. They just have to learn how money works, and they don't teach us that in school on how money works. And so be able to teach people the rule of 72, compound interest, because even Einstein said that's the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest. You know what I mean? And so help teach families that and give them that understanding, give them that education it's our second ministry. I believe going out and preach the gospel is important, but I believe helping people financially to get out of debt, to get that weight off them and become financially independent is very important.
I love that you said you have to have that financial house, build that financial house. And one of the things that I've learned, actually, I was a Primerica agent, life insurance agent. So I know exactly what you're talking about. But this is all for knowledge, right? And when you say financial house, these are the things that people see as an expense, but it's actually beneficial. What is that foundation on that financial house, Chris?
So the foundation on the financial house is protecting people's income, because when you have two incomes coming in to support that family and you lose one of those incomes, nothing in that house matters because you don't have any protection on that foundation. That's where that comes in. And so I think it's important to have that foundation, and then people to get their wills in place, people to get their power of attorney in place, all that stuff, which would be the roof of the house. And then the thing is, we do all that is complimentary. We don't charge. We do that for free, and we are able to help families get out of debt and set up a plan for free. You know, and then of course life insurance, which we do term and buy term and invest the difference, which is important. To know your different life insurances is very important.
Yeah.
Your life insurance is what people need to be able to get out of debt, so they're not overpaying for life insurance, but still protected. So,
yeah. Did you have a question?
Ernie.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to ask Sarah how she supported Chris into this. How do you support Chris into with Primerica, Sarah?
Well, I got my insurance license so that I could support him and basically be with him when he travels or goes to different events, because a lot of them you need to be licensed. And I was like, well, you're I did that. And then I help with probably like the more management of, you know, like appointments or, hey, check on this, or, you know.
Yeah.
she's very organized. I'm pretty much outside the box.
Yeah.
Everything is organized and you're like, here.
Hey, did you reach out so? Hey, did you do? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Appointments at these times, these days.
Yeah, she's a big help. She's my helpmate for sure.
So it's fun. Yeah, it's been really good, and I really appreciate the fact that we've just grown so much in learning about it, and the team that we work with. It's very it's a lot about self-growth and motivation, leadership and teamwork and serving others. So we love that part of it.
Yeah. I mean, even if you did it just for the leadership aspect of what you learn to become a better leader, it's pretty neat. So our goal. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Your goal is
to actually, we're building a team, surrounding ourselves with people smarter than us, like Henry Ford said. You know,
yes.
So that's our goal, is to build a team, because many hands make light work.
Many hands make light work. Light work. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So another thing that I know you two do, this is why I got confused with light work and light. You work together to bring light and love to so many people. Is that through the Primerica piece, or is it through the gospel and the ministry piece, or both?
It's both.
All of it. Yeah.
I think it's
pretty much everything is intertwined in our life. I don't feel like there's a lot of separation, you know. But definitely a heart for missions, heart for people need to know the good news of the gospel. And that is that God is not mad at them and that he's made the way. Our job is to share what he's done, share who God is, and God shows himself to people. That is the part that I just love, is that he's so personable that he will reach each person in his own special way, right where they're at. On their level, yeah. And we just help facilitate that. You know, we just help.
That's right.
You know, nurture, and we are really blessed to be a part of that. You know, that God works with us. You know, it's good. We have a heart for missions and traveling, and we both have done some overseas work in third world countries, and our pastors, leaders that we're with, Abide in Christ Ministry, that's all their heart is to share the gospel across the world. And so we're really thankful for good leadership there. Yeah,
to be part of that. And then there's actually another trip coming up, which is the Dominican.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
We're not going on that one this time, but I've been there, and then Chris has been to Haiti. So our heart is definitely there. And
you should go to the Philippines.
Yes.
Next time.
Yeah, I want to go with you guys.
I know.
Yes.
Yes.
You should come
go
with
us. Go with us.
Yes. Go with us.
The content build after listening to you guys and seeing the videos, I got fired up. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
This story today about everything. You're like, it's just that one day. I really thought of Chris because that is what Chris did for me when I was single mom with all 3 kids. And it was Christmas Eve, and our family didn't get together that year because our grandma had passed away, and I was divorced, so I didn't have that family. Like it was awful. And I knew that Chris was getting gifts for the kids because he was like, you know, what do they like? And, you know, what do you think about this? He went with me to the store, picked some stuff out. And he showed up on Christmas Eve with bags full of presents for us and like for the kids and everything. But he had presents in there for me, which when I opened up the package that had a picture of me and my daughter, he had blown up and it said like family is forever or something. That's when I fell in love with him, was on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
And every Christmas since is an event. I mean, when you come downstairs, there is lights on everything. Everything is out. And I mean, it's like Santa Claus has come to town. I mean, it is, oh my gosh. And I'm more practical. And so I'm kind of like, we're wrapping some of these gifts. They have to open one, you know, because he wants it all out. And so that they can play. And so I'm like, no, we got to wrap them and make them look pretty, you know. And so we're working.
We've had to compromise and move things around. But
but I could so see him there on Christmas on the trips, just like playing with the kids and gifts.
Yeah.
And giving them one day of happiness, you know.
That's amazing.
As kids.
Yes.
As kids.
my
I
dad,
love that.
like that.
Yes.
My dad was very, very into Christmas and making it special. You'd go to bed and there'd be nothing out. And then we'd get up and he'd walk to the end of the hallway and turn around. And every year he'd say, well, it doesn't look like he came this year. And we're like, Dad, no. And then he'd go out there and it'd be all magical. And
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
so-
amazing.
so, you know, they were poor. They didn't have money. And so to see all those gifts, you knew it was, you knew Santa Claus was real or it was magical.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's
I love that. I love that drive. I love that mission. And I love that you both found each other and are still here, not just to support your family, but also now expanding within the community.
Yes.
Chris and Sarah, I'm sure our viewers and our listeners are wondering, what are you both currently working on top of what you already have? And how can they reach out to you to utilize your services?
Mm-hmm.
Question is, what are we not working on? No.
Yes, a lot of times that's what happens.
Yes. My mind went blank.
I'm working on some writing.
Good.
Yeah. And that's been something, and I have some ideas, so I'm working with that. Did my first magazine article this month, so that was fun and really good. And so working on that, and we're working on educating ourselves. Like we really purpose this year to learn and grow, add value to ourselves and lives and our family, and then working on the business and working on helping families and working.
And I'm actually in the process of getting my securities license so I can help people invest. Ooh. So yeah, not only do the life insurance part of it, but also the investing side of it. So
I love that.
Been working on that, and then and if
for those who would like to work with you, Sarah and Chris, where can they reach out?
The best way is either through social media. We're both on there under our names, Sarah Hindman. And then we also have a website.
Yeah, which is in my bio.
Sorry.
We will put it on the show notes,
We'll put it
on
on
the
the
show description.
Yeah.
My contact information
Yeah,
in
it's
the
right
show
on the
notes.
bottom there.
Yes, we will put them on the show notes or show description,
Yeah.
so
We're
you
okay.
can easily see them.
That are decent, and we're okay with emails and all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
We love it.
And yeah, we're good on Zoom, and we're good across the table, the kitchen tables.
Awesome so much.
I love that.
Thank you guys so much. Ernalita, a sneak peek for next week. I want everyone to join us as we're going to reflect on our recent trip to the Philippines and a heart-warming Christmas for the Native experience. I can't wait to share this. It's a journey of gratitude, of giving, of growth, and you won't want to miss this. And as always, Sarah, Chris, thank you so much for today and for last week. Just amazing. Thank you for your love story. God bless you. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for the opportunity to be on your show. Appreciate you guys.
Yes. Thank you so much, both. And just a reminder, you can find The Leader's Edge on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. If you find value, I'm sure you do, in these conversations, please subscribe or follow to stay connected. We wanted to say thank you to all of our listeners and friends, because without you, The Leader's Edge would not be possible. We are grateful to have you here and so excited to connect with you next time. But for now, bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.